Having the opportunity to provide an emotional experience is the ultimate compliment, that someone would hand you a piece of land and say, here, inspire people.
From Grand Junction to Golden, Sedalia to Canyon City, and all points in between, Jim Engh's layouts have transformed the Colorado golf landscape since 1997. Like all art, his bold, surreal, envelope-pushing designs never fail to evoke strong emotions. They amaze, confound, entertain, titillate, and even exasperate. But, as with their creator, they never bore you.
He just wants people to enjoy himself, and he likes to ride the little wave of being a little bit different than the average architect.
Jim Engh grew up in Dickinson, North Dakota, the son of avid golfers Marge and Wally Engh, a John Deere dealer. He found his way to Colorado State University with the intention of designing buildings and homes.
I had first started an architecture program in North Dakota. Worked in the summer as a draftsman for an engineering firm in Lakewood, actually. And we did some work with Dick Phelps. And the light went off and I went, oh, instead of designing buildings and homes, I want to design golf courses. The fact that he was doing it showed me it could be done. And I called him and asked him how to get into the industry. He said, you need to get a landscape architecture degree, you need to get a turf grass science minor, you need to spend your summers building golf courses wherever you could find the jobs. And I followed that exactly.
Along with Phelps, himself a Colorado Golf Hall of Fame architect, Jim drew inspiration from two other inductees with CSU ties, alumnus and golf course architect Jay Morrish and Professor Dr. Jack Butler, one of the country's most influential turfgrass and horticultural experts. After graduating, he worked for a number of American course architects before heading overseas in 1987.
Working internationally really, it taught me everything that I needed to know. The feeling I got, the emotional ride that I got from the diversity of Ireland is what kind of allowed me to have the courage to try and pull off and get that feeling into golfers. Sometimes, where's the edge of the envelope? When do you go too far? I've always looked at Ireland as being the edge of my envelope. If they can pull it off over there, then I can pull it off over here.
In 1991, Jim and Moni would return to Colorado, where he would hang his own shingle and they would raise a son and a daughter.
I was very fortunate to have landed a project in Thailand, which was my first project after '91, and then another one in China, and then another one in China. But obviously, having met Dave Liniger and completing Sanctuary was the opportunity of a lifetime.
We started interviewing some architects, and 3 of the 5 said it was impossible to build a golf course because of the terrain was so rough. 2 of them said they could do it, but it'd be about double the normal cost, and we went ahead with the project.
The result was Jim's first U.S. design, Sanctuary, 18 holes of endless eye candy and epic golf, which opened in 1997 and remains one of the most coveted tee times in golf. Sanctuary garnered Golf Digest's Best New Private Course of the Year and launched Jim's career in the U.S. The #1 hits kept coming, topping Golf Digest's annual rankings in 2001, 2002, and 2003 were Engh designs at Redlands Mesa in Grand Junction, Tullymore in Michigan, and Black Rock in Coeur d'Alene. In 2003, Golf Digest named him its first Architect of the Year. As a frenetic period of golf course construction continued into the new millennium, Jim's Colorado courses such as Red Hawk Ridge, Fossil Trace, Lakota Canyon, Pradera, Harmony, and 4 Mile Ranch cracked numerous top 10s. So did Hawk Tree in North Dakota, Awari Dunes in Nebraska, Blackstone in Arizona, and the Creek Club in Georgia.
With Sanctuary came some notoriety, and the awards that we won with that, and the acclaim that was received. I don't really remember what it was like. I just had my head down, and I took each piece of ground by itself and tried to do the most creative thing I could with it. And I don't expect to be loved by everybody. I don't think anybody in a creative world expects to be loved by everybody. But I will say that having fun on a golf course, that's probably my overriding one element that's important to me.
I think his philosophy on golf was about enjoying yourself. You know, we all know about the wonderful golfers, many, many wonderful golfers, exceptional golfers, but there's gazillions more golfers that play it for recreational reasons. And I think Jim's philosophy was to have fun and enjoy golf, play it for as long as you want. And that philosophy rang true to what I was trying to do, because at the Harmony Club, it's all about the experience. And our members play a lot of golf, and they enjoy golf. Every day is a little bit different. I think they would call it, I got an Engh bounce when it's a good bounce, or I just got Engh'd, like they just got really stuck. And that's really the benefit that I saw, because I'm in the entertainment business, I'm in the enjoyment business, not in the business of having a golf course that you wouldn't want to play every day.
Jim took his concepts to the max on pretty much every course we did. I think he would back off sometimes a little bit, but that was his style, and he owned it.
In the history of golf course architecture, I think that Jim Engh will go down as a visionary. I think that his golf courses are beautiful to look at, they're fun to play, they're challenging. But aside from that, if you look at the scope of history in terms of golf course architecture, there have always been mavericks, and Jim is one of those guys. There are a lot of people who think, well, you know, nobody's copying his style and, you know, he's not influencing other designers. Well, I think it's too soon to say that.
Jim has a collection of courses that people talk about, and a lot of people enjoy it. And I think anytime you're growing the game as he has done by creating an entertaining product, whether it be Topgolf, which is entertainment, Jim's courses are entertaining. And that, on its own surface level, was easily the top of my list why he should be in the Colorado Golf Hall of Fame, because it's all about growing the game, and I think he's done that by creating golf courses that bring kids out of all ages, brings adults of all ages, and friends together just to have a beer and laugh about what goes on the golf course. To me, golf is about growing the game, and Jim's certainly done that.
I do want to say how proud I am of him as a wife of 35 years, how hard he worked and how he has made it. He made it. He's left his etch on American soil, and I'm very, very proud of his accomplishments.
The board of directors congratulates Jim Engh as the 6th golf course architect inducted into the Colorado Golf Hall of Fame.